Hey guys, me Kickassreaction here, and we are here to continue on with some more Mushoku Tensei. We're doing episodes 18 to 20 in this one, and I'm curious just what we're actually doing now, because we kind of got a completed cast at this point, you know. Last time we focused on the twins and incorporating them into, you know, our squadron of characters at the Magic University. Saw Ryujin again, and he left far too soon than he should have. You know, I wonder if that curse of his is completely gone now, given that he is, you know, still bald. But other than that, he is still a good man, and unfortunately, it'll probably be another, you know, season and a half before he even shows up again. But yeah, honestly, I think it's time we got Roxy. You know. The intro does imply we're going to get some Roxy this time. Roxy has shown up like once in a flashback scene in this season, and that is literally unacceptable, given that the last time we saw her was literally, I think, just in the episode 23 of the last season. So, you know, there's very much a lack of our mage lolly goddess, and, you know, just saying, that is unacceptable by Mushoku standards, you know. But yeah, honestly, I don't know, you know, I think it's about time we look for fucking Zenith, because that girl is still just gone, and, you know, once that's done, we can finally kind of put the magic catalysm to rest, other than just obviously naturally in the background kind of looking for what the fuck caused it, you know? Like, Nanahoshi is always going to be a part of the show that pertains to the magic catalysm, obviously, but other than that, like, yeah, just we get Zenith back, and then we can just start chilling, you know, like, Rudy, you know, he's still kind of looking into that, but, like, he's got, like, his family now, he's a married man, his sisters are here, you know, he's got a squad of friends, you know, just gotta, like, the only thing left after that is to find Roxy and to wait for Eris to come back, and then he's just kind of good, so, I don't know, Mummy is still gone, though, and, I'm kind of insulted it's taken this long to find her, so, let's try and remedy that, hopefully. Because we have 7 episodes left of the season, and that's plenty of time by Mushoku standards. So yeah, let's go on. Episode 18, baby. What could be this one? And will it pertain to the kids at all? Anyway, guys, episode 18 of Mushoku Tensei will begin in 3, 2, 1. That's right, play. Water. Such a beautiful and powerful element. And there's a water mage out there I think we're long overdue with reuniting with. Wow, old habits. Or just still being a little tsundere about it. Of course. This is nice.
俺は最近例の計画に取り掛かった。
あ？
スペルド族の過去を赤裸々に語った本を執筆し、真実を世に知らしめるのだ。
Really? That's pretty cool.
書き方に悩んでいた。ドキュメンタリー風か、日記風か。最初から大作って感じじゃなくて、10ページぐらいのコピー紙っぽくしてフィギュアをつけて配布するとか。
Wow. I don't know, man. Do whatever you want. You do you.
兄さん、何をしているんですか？
実はルイジェルドさんの偉業を称えた本を書こうと思ってな。
She definitely want to contribute to that, given how she feels about Ryujin.
これからだ。
私にも手伝わせてもらっていいですか？
Yep.
ルイジェルドさんには昔話をたくさん聞かせてもらったので、私にも何か書けると思います。
Nice.
助かるよ。でも勉強はおろそかにしないようにな。
はい。
Aww, finally. Socializing with each other, getting to know each other, and bonding over the shared experience with Daddy. You know? Like, I don't think Rudy necessarily sees him as a secondary father figure, but I wouldn't be surprised if Norn did. Oh my god, my nose is itching like crazy. It's kind of depressing, guys, because, like, we're almost done, you know? I sincerely hope that we get more Mushoku this year, 2025, but, you know, at the very least for, like, 6 months, after these 7 episodes, we are done. You know, Mushoku's gone a little longer than I necessarily meant for it to, which is usually how I work. But, yeah. Either way, though, really hoping we get a lot more of this show soon, because it is pretty peak. Oh, no, I don't know if I necessarily call this my favorite isekai yet, but, it's still great, you know, because Re:Zero is still really high up there as well. But judging by that intro, I'm not entirely sure where the episode's actually going, you know. We could spend the whole episode just focusing on Muruji.
アイシャ、何か言いたいことがあったら言っていいんだからな。
言いたいことですか？
ああ、俺がノルンを構いすぎてるから自分にもっと構ってほしいとか、仕事が辛いから休みたいとか。
じゃあ一つだけ。お給料をください。
Fair enough. At the end of the day,
どうするんだそれ。
she's a kid and still wants things.
集めたので育てようと思ったんですけど。
Cool.
変ですか？
変じゃないさ。
Have your own hobbies and
買った
interests.
方がいいんじゃないか。この辺の土って結構痩せてるから。
それはお兄ちゃんに魔術で出してもらおうかなと思ってるんですけど。
Ah.
ダメですか？
ダメじゃないさ。
Why pay when we can make it ourselves? Honestly. Legit statement.
それシルフィーネへのお土産ですか？
俺は嫁を大事にする男なのだ。
シルフィーネは
Very
幸
nice.
せ者ですね。お兄様、暇があれば私に
Oh
も
my
ご協力
god.
くださいませ。
嫌だよ。親父に殴られる。
Oh, I think more than he would do that. Lilia would praise you to the end of time, but yeah,
もう
no.
一声お願いします。私はかの有名な魔術師ルーデウス・グレイラットの妹でございます。
What?
兄はアスラ王国の王女アリエル様からも認
Oh
め
my
られた
god, what an evil little haggler.
アリエル様。なるほど。よし、いいだろう。
Bro isn't the type to flaunt his fucking reputation at all.
出してやろうか。
And there's Aisha, like, bro,
ぴったりだから。
I got connections, and I'm not afraid to use them.
商売上手というか、何か恐ろしいものを感じる。
Oh, she's gonna be terrifying.
こういう可愛いの欲しかったんですよ。
リーリャさんには買ってもらえなかったのか？
お母さんはダメって言ってました。
Oh.
メイドは趣味で家具を買っちゃいけないんだって。
Well, it's up to the master to decide how his maid lives.
ダメじゃないさ。
And, you know, Maruja just like, go ham. Do whatever. Live however you want. It's not much, but it's there.
次は前の世界から有機物を召喚するわ。
有機
We're
物。
still going with this.
食べ物がいいわね。
Okay. Summon an organism, plant, or a small animal.
その条件付けというのは必要なんですか？
ええ、向こうに戻った時にいきなり外国に
Or in the sky, like many did, or in the ocean.
召喚するものをだんだんと人間に近づけていって、最終的にはピンポイントで日本に帰
Anything
る
but a
という
fucking
ことか。
この条件付けを研究するのにまたあの人に会わなきゃいけないわね。
例の召喚術の権威という人ですか？
Interesting.
で、話は少し変わるけど、これ
I like how she's not wearing the mask anymore, and she's been a lot more open
灯
with
火の
Rudy.
精霊の召喚魔法陣よ。明るい光を発しながら術者についてくるの。まあ時間が経つと消えちゃうんだけどね。その魔法陣、魔術ギルドですら知らない、さっき言ってた人のオリジナルよ。
Nice.
限定品と言われて心が躍るジャパニーズ。
Nice.
次の実験に成功したら今度はもっとすごいのをあげるわ。だから引き続きお願い。
Aww. I don't care what anyone says. She is making friends with Rudy.
自
Rudy.
分なりの方法でフィギュアを
Whenever she goes back home, she's gonna be upset to see Rudy go. Also, that statue, like,
グラ
damn.
ンドマスター、ありがと
What
う
are
ござ
we
い
doing?
ます。
Making fucking Prime 1 studio level
これ
statues?
もよく働くのだぞ。
フィギュアをプレゼント。あのザノバがね。
よかったですね、ジュリー。
大切にするように。
Nice.
ルイジェルドと共に妹たちを送り届けてくれたジンジャーはその後再びザノバに仕えることにしたのだそうだ。
Cool.
しかもジュリに礼儀作法を教えてくれている。おかげでジュリの人間語もかなり上手になってきた。学校の近くに部屋も借りたそうだ。騎士というより通い妻のようだ。
Wow.
何か
Whatever helps Julie is fine.
どうしてザノバに忠誠を誓っているのかと思って。
Because the other guy
ザノバ
sucked.
様の母君より直々にザノバ様のことを頼まれたからです。
That's cool.
その時私は誓ったのです。粉骨最新ザノバ様に仕えると。
Okay. So mostly this episode is kind of just slice of life, just giving updates on how we're living. You know, nothing too big or important thus far. Just how progress is going in life in general.
最後の一人はロキシーの人形と交換いたしましたゆえ。
Wow.
いやー、いい取引でした。
あんな扱いをされても忠誠を誓い続けられるの
Dude,
か。
some people's loyalty just don't end no matter how shitty they're
家族
treated.
のあり方なんだろうな。
外部から魔力を送って体内の魔力を相殺するんだ。完璧に抑え込むまでには至らないが、リミットを数倍に伸ばすことができる。
つまりはエリナリーゼの呪いの症状を緩和できるらしい。
Cool.
けど2つ問題がある。
なるほど。問題点の一つはダサいことですね。
そうだ。でも一応ザノバとサイレントに協力してもらったおかげで小型化の目処は立っているんだ。
Fair enough.
もう一つの問題は？
この魔道具消費する魔力が多すぎる。今はリーゼどころか僕の魔力でも1時間起動できない。それじゃあ1日に実験できる回数が限られるから、君の魔力で
Dude.
テストさせてほしいんだ。
なるほど。
Between Nanahoshi and this, bro's not gonna have anything
ク
left.
リフ先輩も少しずつだけど着実に目的に向かって進ん
And
で
then
い
there's
る。
like Sylphie at night. Like, bro, his mana's getting drained quite a bit, you know? Hey, bro's only one man. I know he's the main character, but he's one
いい生活を
man.
していると思う。トレーニングをして朝飯を食って学校に行ってみんなに会ってそれぞれの研究の進捗を聞いて
And this is just,
ノルンに勉強を
like
教
I
え
said, it's just
て
life. This is just kind of slice of life
家に帰って
episode.
家族と
Just
過ごす。
nothing too serious.
似
Just
たような毎日の中で
enjoying
一
yourself,
歩
you
一歩
know?
前に進みながら生きていく。生前で俺が得られなかったものだ。こういう生活を幸せというのだろう。
Nice.
ただいま。こんな早朝に何かあった？
You good?
いざとなるとなんかちょっと怖いね。怖がることはありません。ほらシルフィーネ、勇気を出して。
Aw. You
ル
good?
ディ、僕ここ2ヶ月来てないんだ。それでね、ちょっ
Oh
と
no.
体調も悪くて、もしかしてとは思ってたんだ。
No fucking way.
昨日アイシャちゃんと
Oh my
お医者さんのところに
Already? It's season 2!
多分おめでたです。
It's season 2! What the fuck? You haven't even brought in Roxy yet! Like, what?
ルディ
Oh my
ど
god.
うかな。
Well, fuck
やっ
me.
てみてもいいか？
Forget what I said about nothing going on this episode. Holy shit! Oh my god. Dude, you've not even brought in your second wife yet, let alone the third one! Oh god.
お兄様、奥様に一言言うべきことがあるのでは？
Auntie Aisha, that's gonna be something. What the hell? I really did not think that would happen. Like, yeah, you know, season 3, like minimum, but no. Wow.
シルフィー、ありがとう。
ありがとう。
ごめん、なんかさ、うまく言えない。
Wow.
ルディ、いつも子供欲
This
しがって
sad
たのね。
50-year-old summing neat just became a man. Not just a man, a family man. That is big. Oh god, is it gonna be twins?
ご お兄さん体に差し障りがあるのでしばらくは
No sex. Oh, Aisha's there to keep bro in check.
おめでとうございます
Auntie Norn.
ありがとう。アリエル様より奥様に最低でも2年は休むようにとのお達しです。エリナリーゼ王母様がその間責任を持って護衛を引き受けると
Oh my god,
申し出て
great
くださいまし
auntie.
た。
おばあちゃん大丈夫かな、呪いのこととか。
なんとかするとおっしゃっていましたので問題ないのでしょう。他の方々にも報告いたしました。それぞれ様子を見てご挨拶にお越しくださるようです。
そうか。
Nice.
ご苦労様、アイシャ。
はい、お兄様。
Oh my god, these two. You really gotta work something
い
out.
ただきます。
You don't have to fight for
それにして
affection.
も子供が生まれるって言ったら父さんたちびっくり
I
するだ
know,
ろうな。
right?
お父さんの
Granddad Paul.
見たいですね。
ああ、孫に対しては相当甘いタイプだからきっと喜ぶぞ。ノルンとアイシャが生まれた時もデレッデレだったからな。
楽しみですね、兄さん。
Nice. Things are going a little too perfectly for Rudy right now.
俺とシルフィーが結婚して家族もみんないる。上名村にいた頃に無双してた理想がすぐそこにある。
Yep, and you two will be drinking, he'll be sharing experiences because you know what the fuck to do with fatherhood. And it's gonna be good stuff. Or not.
ゼニス救出困難、救援を求む。
Oh, they're already working on that. Oh my god, what? This guy hasn't shown up. I think he's shown up literally one time this season.
あの手紙だ、ギースからの。ゼニスが救出困難だって。
なんだか大変なんだろうね。
お前は言ったじゃねえか。ベガリット大陸に行ったら後悔するって俺を騙したのか。
騙したなんていないよ。
He just didn't tell you
ベガリッ
everything.
ト大陸に行けば後悔する。それは今でも変わらない。
ああ、そうか、わかった。つまりあれだな。お前はこう言いたいわけだ。ベガリット大陸に行けば後悔する。けど行かなくても後悔するってな。
そんなことはないさ。現に君、昨日までの時点で後悔したかい？友達もたくさんできた。いろんな人物に会えて君自身も少し成長した。体の不調も治った。妹とも仲良くなった。それに結婚して子供だってできた。
Yeah, that's a lot of accomplishments.
確かに悪くはない。悪くはない。けどな、お前は言ったんだよ。ベガリット大陸には行かない方がいいって騙したんだよ。
どう騙してないよ。現に僕は今でも同じことを言う。ベガリット大陸には行かない方がいい。後悔することになる。
And no reasons why.
家族のピンチだぞ。せめて理由を教えてくれよ。
それは言えない。
Wow.
そういえばお前そういうやつだ。
Honestly, yeah, I was thinking it'd been a while since we'd seen him.
いつも助かっているのに。
助かっているのと騙されるのじゃ話は別
Doesn't
だ。
mean you have your own goals at the end of the day.
せめて何か教えてくれよ。俺は何を後悔するんだ。これじゃ物事を天秤にかけることすらできやしない。
普通の人は天秤になんてかけられないんだ
That's
けどね。
why this is fun for a god like me.
贅沢でも何でもいいんだよ。俺は後悔したくないんだ。
No one has
ちょ
zero
っと考
regrets.
えてみればわかるだろう。君は1年半学校生活を送った。妹たちは1年かけてここまで来た。間違いなく行き違いになっただろ
いや、妹は俺の手紙を見てここまで来たんだ。もし手紙がなければミリスに残るか港町に残るかしていたはずだ。
う。いいや、手紙がなくてもパウロは娘をアスラ王国まで送ったよ。あの国にはリーリャの家族がいるからね。
なるほど。言われてみるとそうか。
今だってそうさ。
God,
これから
this is
旅に
too
出て
bright.
シルフィーとの子供はどうするんだい？ベガリット大陸に行って帰ってくる。その間君は自分の奥さんを一人にするのかい？
That is fair.
結局どう動いても後悔するってことかよ。
そう。
No one lives a life without
後悔を避けようと
regret.
思っても避けられない。ベガリット大陸に行けば君は大きな機運を逃すことになる。だから行かない方がいい。
That doesn't mean it's the best choice,
お
though.
前がそこまで言うのなら確かに
Doesn't
俺
mean
は
you
後悔
can't
するん
make
だ。
a decision and make it work out.
そうかい？で、 助言は聞くかい？
ああ、一応教えてくれ。
ルーデウスよ、次の発情期を待ちなさい。そこでリニアとプルセナがあなたに迫ってくるでしょう。
Okay.
この二人のどちらかと関係を持ちなさい。そうすればあなたはさらに幸せになることでしょう。でしょう。でしょう。
いきなり浮気の話かよ。俺はシルフィーにミサオを立てるって決めたんだぞ。それに第一、あいつらとはそういう関係じゃない。
That's the one piece of advice he can't follow, bro.
ルディ、大丈夫？うなされてたよ。
I like how bro's pretending like I'll stay true to Sylphie. Yeah, you know, a certain goddess you wanted to marry when you first laid eyes on her.
俺がどれだけ考えても確証のある答えは出せない。確実に言えるのは、ベガリット大陸まで早くても片道1年はかかるってことだ。
やっぱりあの手紙のことだよね。ねえルディ、僕のことはあまり気にしなくてもいいよ。二人も手紙のこと心配してるしね。
She'd be taken care of if you went.
俺は行かない。シルフィーといるよ。
Is that what she wants, though?
救援を求む。何かが起きたんだ。でも差出人はパウロじゃなくギースだ。
There's no one that could be of greater help than
合流
you.
する前に独断で出したのかもしれない。仮に言ったとしても、すでに救出していて行き違いになる可能性もある。いや、でも。
That pit in your stomach is starting to grow. The unknown is causing an issue.
あなたは残った方がいいですわ。エリナリーゼさん、もしかして行くんですか？孫夫婦のために一肌脱ぐぐらいはさせてくださいまし。
Nah.
クリフ先輩はどうするんですか？
Your family now.
別れますわ。仕方ありませんわね。
Damn.
説明すれば待ってくれますよ。クリフは将来教皇になるかもしれない器。邪魔になるようなことはしたくないんですの。私に対する愛は若い頃の気の迷い。
I don't think you know that for sure.
一番いいんですわ。
さようですか。師匠ならばすぐに解決して戻ってこられるでしょうな。要はここで研究を続けて待っていますので、お早い帰還を願っております。
お前は止めるかついてくるって言うと思ったよ。
師匠が友をお望みでしたらよとて断りませんが、世は旅慣れてはおりませぬゆえ、足手まといになりましょう。
It's fair. I like how much faith he has in
Rudy.
That's fair. He does have other commitments.
俺さ、行くべきかな。
それは師匠の決めることです。
He has faith.
ですが師匠、一つだけ言わせていただくと、父親が見ていなくとも子は生まれます。不安ならば行くべきかと。その間、世が責任を持って奥方様をお守りいたしましょう。
Oh, that's really good. That's really cool.
世としては常に師匠のお
You've
そば
got
にいた
people
い
that
の
will
で
look
すが
out for your family, man.
ありがとう。
Even though missing the birth of your first child, or really any child, I guess, would be heartbreaking. But if it's literally to save another member of your family and bring them back home safely, honestly, it would be worth it. At least I would think so. You know, that kid will grow up with a grandmother. Whereas if you don't go, they very well might not. A very, very loving grandmother. Interesting. So she's living back with them now.
俺は今やこの家の大黒柱だ。家族と一緒にいて守ってやるのが夫としての、父としての役目だ。やっぱり置いてなんていけない。
But they would be taken care of. You're not going, are you? Where the fuck are you going?
ノル。
Oh, God.
大丈夫か?
How are you going to go anywhere when you can't even conquer the stairs?
私が行こうと思ったんです。
ノル、お前じゃ無理だ。
でも、だって、兄さん、お父さんとお母さんが 大変なんですよ。なんで兄さんは助けに行かないんですか。
God damn it.
兄さんとっても強いのに旅だってできるのになんで
そうだ、俺にはできるんだ。ノルンのように生きたくてもいけないというわけじゃない。
Yep.
俺は
This is a move for that family. For your vision. In that vision, Paul and Zenith are in it. So even if they are safe by now, it's worth going just for a clear head.
俺が行く。家のことを任せてもいいか。
Of course.
はい。
アイシャと喧嘩しないでシルフィーのことを助けてやってくれ。
はい。
Aww.
よし、いい子だ。
お願いします。兄さん。
Very nice, very nice. These two so close
俺
now.
は家族を助けに行く。
Oh my god, that was a turning point. Oh wow. That was turning point 3. Oh. Oh god. Oh man, when you do a turning point, usually it ends up being a bad thing. Because like last time it was with Austin and that, you know, fucking losing Eris and, you know, a dead end's end. You know, before that it was the beginning of the Magic Catalysm. I forget if episode 8 or 9 was turning point 1. I think it was episode 8 because that was when we got teleported to begin with. But yeah. You know, the course of the show changed at that point, and now we're going into turning point 3, and typically, like I said, bad things come from turning points, right? Because while we went on a journey for Dead End, you know, in the first one, we lost a lot of family at that time, you know? Eris's family, gone. Poor old, you know, what's it called? Poor old Zenith is still lost, and poor old Sylphie still ain't even found her family yet. So, stuff is going badly, when turning points come. And as we just said, we got a whole year to go. We got a whole year time skip. Alright. So that was a very nice episode. Like I said, first half of it, just daily occurrences pretty much. You know, progress on, you know, the friendships that we've made in Nanahoshi, the research projects, everything that Rudy usually does. And then we just dropped the bomb. Bro's a fucking parent. Already. And after we're done with this little arc, that little, you know, little baby will be born, and we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. Oh my god, I mean, I didn't think we were going there yet. Like, seriously. I didn't think, like, we just got married, you know? There's still baggage. Like I said, there's still stuff in the future that, like, Zenith, Rudy and Sylphie are gonna do. Like, they're possibly gonna go to war with Ariel at some point in the future, and you're gonna have a kid already? Like, I know it wasn't planned or anything, but god damn. That complicates things a great deal. Because I literally went over the reasons why probably I should wait in episode 14? 13 or 14? One of those two, you know? Well, it'd be a decent idea to wait. But, oh my god, we're here already. We haven't even brought in Roxy yet. The second wife, you know? I'm not gonna pretend for a second I think that, Bro is not gonna get with Roxy at some point, you know? But still, like, god, that is something. That is definitely something, alright. And, I'm really curious. Ooh, this is interesting. I guess the only question is it one kid? Is it more? You know, because Bro's gonna have a big family. That's why I said this house is pretty good, because we have a lot of spare rooms. But yeah, like I said, I see the points of all of it. You know, like, yes, Bro does have a family now. He does have a literal kid on the way. So this is the most insane, like, circumstantial timing in literally, like, anime history. And I get why Rudy would think, like, you know, he has family here now to protect. He has people to protect. He has family on the way, you know, to look out for. But it's both sides of it, right? Like, Sylphie will be protected. She will be looked after, you know? Like, the whole point of this is that you're going to have a very big family, and you have so many connections now built from this one season that people will look out for Sylphie and Norn and Aisha while you're gone. You know, you are not going for mere adventure work. This is personal. This is something that affects, you know, the family entirely. This affects Sylphie. This affects Paul. This affects, you know, you. This affects, like, the twins, and this affects, like, your kid's future, you know, for their grandmother. So, like, there are many reasons here to do this, you know. Obviously, Ariel, Luke will take care of Sylphie in that time. Xanaba will take care of Sylphie in that time. He will protect her. You know, like, maybe even lesser connections like Buddy. Like, he might be like, you know, bro, like, he respects you as a warrior, so he'll take care of your offspring in your absence, you know, as you go, like, fight for family. Like, people will look out for Sylphie at this time, you know, and like I said, it would be crushing to miss the birth of your child, specifically your very first child, but if it's to save another family member that will be part of that child's life, then it probably is worth the exchange, you know, because, again, Zenith would be a loving grandmother. She would, you know, be the mother of, you know, she's the mother of your siblings who are still children, you know. It's a big decision to make, but I think overall it does, you know, it is worth it. Especially since not even just, I'm thinking of just Zenith alone. Like, Paul is there too. If they need help, then he is at risk as well. So, like, yeah, there are definitely reasons here. And I mentioned, like, Lilia's still out there, you know. It's a big decision to make, but I do think it is fundamentally worth it in the end of this. So, and obviously now that we're going anyway, it doesn't matter. But, you know, we're going, you know, and I feel like that's a good idea because Rudy would never be able to get this off his mind if he didn't end up leaving, you know. So that's interesting to think about. And also just what will actually come of Sylphie when we come back. Like, she will literally, you know, be coming back with a kid in her arms, you know. And given just how much time Rudy missed of Norn and Aisha's, you know, childhood growing up, I definitely don't feel like he would want to miss much of this child's, you know. So at the very least, he'll miss, you know, at most, or at least he'd miss probably like 6 months, you know, if everything goes well, it's like a year. Kid will be 3 months old by the time he reaches, you know, this location, and then if all goes well, like, oh no, because it'll be a year back as well, so he'll miss a lot of time. But hopefully nothing that the kid would remember. What if it's a reincarnated kid because it's Rudy's kid? What if it's a reincarnate? I need to think about other reincarnations. There's a lot that goes into this now that I think about it. This is interesting. Obviously, this is very interesting. And obviously a lot of stuff will have to be put on hold at this time. Like, I don't imagine Nanahoshi will be very happy to hear about this, you know, losing her test boy for a year, but given how close and how open she is now, I imagine that would be okay. There'd be workarounds to it, you know. But, yeah, and then there's the man god. Like, he hasn't shown up since, like, fucking... I don't even know what episode it was when he showed up. Was it 4? Like, he was said to go to the university to cure himself, but I don't remember what episode that was. It's like, this is like his second time showing up in this season, I think. That's crazy. Oh, man. There's a lot here. There is a lot here to go through. But, we're at the start now, you know? We are going into probably the biggest rescue mission that we've ever had in Mushoku Tensei thus far. In that time, we'll probably see Roxy again. We better see Roxy again. And I'm curious what will come of that. So, guys, I'm going to just do my cut here. And, you know, we're going to go into episode 19. And hopefully it's going to be peak. So, I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, guys, we are back with episode 19. Let's see how we begin this new turning point.
ベガリット大陸へ行く。そう決めたはいいが、シルフィーに話して泣かれでもしたら。
Oh my god, really? You're gonna do what?
俺はまずエリナリーゼに
You're
話す
gonna
ことに
do
した。
what Eris did.
私はあなたに残れと言ったんですのよ。
ええ、ですが。
仕方がありませんわね。二人で行きましょうか。
Sure.
ありがとうございます。
私もベガリット大陸は初めてですけど、ざっと見積もって片道8ヶ月といったところですわね。
That's rough.
俺の想定よりかなり早いですよ。
I guess that is quicker than
さ
a
す
year.
が年の子。
おだてないでくださいまし。 それよりも問題は私の呪いのこと。
True. You want to be going at your grandma? I can't believe that's a thing still. No. He thought about it!
旅の間
Oh my god, he really thought about that!
そうですわね。
クリフ先輩が作ってる魔道具は使え
The
ません。
one man she'll never fuck.
できるでしょう。
あれを持ち出すのならクリフに旅のことを話さなくてはなりませんわ。
まだ話してないんですか。ちゃんと話しましょう。別れ話ではなくこれからのことを。
そうですわね。
往復16ヶ月。向こうのトラブル以下では2年はかかる。挨拶回りだけはしっかりしておこ
う。Honestly, this girl is going to be pissed.
どうぞ。
She's just making massive strides, and you're being like, "We're stopping production for a year."
実は一つ残念なお知らせをしに来ました。
残念なお知らせ？
旅に出ます。ベガリット大陸の迷宮都市ラパンまで往復で約2年ほど。
How dare you? Yep.
ベガリット。
Yep.
迷宮都市ラパン。
2 more years in this world at minimum.
手伝うと言っていたのに申し訳ありません。でもどうしても行かなければならないんです。
2年。
では失礼します。
待ちなさい。
You gonna help him? Do you have a...
これを見て。
これは？
Do you have a method of getting him there
世
quicker?
界各地にある。
Hey! She's actually telling him that.
そのページに書かれているのはシャリーアからベガリット大陸への転移魔法陣の場所よ。
Let's go, Nanahoshi!
お前場所は覚えてないって。
As if I was gonna tell you
さ
that.
れていたのよ。ラパンという町の名前は確かに聞いたわ。この転移魔法陣の近くにあるバザールから北へ1ヶ月ぐらい移動すればたどり着けるって。
1ヶ月だと
間に合う。シルフィーの出産に。
That is crazy.
あまり言いふらさないでよ。転移魔法陣は禁術だから国に見つかったらすぐに潰されちゃうわ。
ありがとう七星。助かるよ。
私は恩を返しただけよ。
Yeah, you did help making her progress.
戻ってきて研究を手伝ってよ。
Honestly, that's another selfish reason, but it's fair. It's a fair exchange. That makes sense. But again, even if you wanted to make the argument it's solely for her desire, you can really tell just how much progress these two have made as friends for where she would give up that information. Definitely wasn't 100% selfish, I don't think. I love Nanahoshi, man. Alright, well. An 8-month journey just became a 1-month journey. And now the clock is on to make it back for that birth. That's crazy. It's kind of insane for once the show is trying to avoid a time skip. And yet that mask is nowhere to be seen anymore. Hell yeah. How far we've each come in this life. And their fashion sense is about the same. Let's do it, baby. At least you told them.
父さんと母さんを助けに行こうと思う。
Yep.
わかった。家のことは任せて。
突然いなくならないって約束守れなくてすまない。
You're not
守って
disappearing.
るよ。全然突然じゃないしね。
You're communicating effectively.
どれくらいかかるのかな。2年くらい。
実は七星の協力で転移魔法陣を使わせてもらえることになった。だから出産までには戻れると思う。
That really increases.
転移って
Yep.
大丈夫なの？
We kind of have some PTSD from that. I feel like most people would actually. But
大丈夫。絶対に帰ってくるから。
definitely makes things a lot more convenient.
アイシャ。
はい。
頼めるな。
大丈夫だと思う。
ダメだと思ったら頼れそうなやつに頼むんだ。何でも一人でやろうとするな。
はい。
ノル。
はい、兄さん。
シルフィーやアイシャがいっぱいいっぱいだと感じたら助けてやってくれ。
Of course.
はい。
そうだ。子供の名前だけでも行く前に
This family works as a unit.
名前ってルディ。
お兄ちゃん、なんでそういうこと言うの？兄さん。
旅に出る前に子供に名前なんてつけたら帰ってこられないよ。
That's an
しまっ
interesting.
た。この世界の
That's an
死亡フ
interesting
ラグだった
custom.
か。
I like how we can still run into those moments in this
子供の
world.
名前は帰ってきたらつけることにして、それまでに生まれたらルーデウスジュニアと呼びましょう。
Rudius Jr.
シルフィーもそれでいいかな。
And if it's a girl? Still Rudy Jr.?
シルフィー。
I'm gonna come back with a second wife. Those faces! I don't know who was better there. Norn or Aisha were both peak.
知り合い全員に挨拶をした。あれ以来バーディーガーディには会ってないが、まあ元気にやっているだろう。
Oh.
ジーナス教頭には休学願いを出し、転移とベガリット大陸にまつわる本、それぞれの貸し出し許可をもらった。
Nice.
万が一の保険だ。
You're too valuable a student to leave or to lose anyway, so do whatever the fuck you want.
転移魔法陣のある森へ行き、そこからベガリット大陸へ転移し、約1ヶ月かけてラパンへ向かう。そして迅速に家族を助け、同じルートで戻る。準備は整った。
Should be a one and done mission, but there's still a lot of time left in the season.
ルーです。準備は良くて？
ええ、問題ありません。ルーです。まだ未完成だが、なんとかここまで小型化できた。
Nice.
伸縮性があるし、この上から着衣しても問題ないはずだ。リーゼを頼む。
But again, how are we gonna deal with this curse? It's such a nutty aspect of the series, but we'll see. Oh.
呪いはまだ解けてないけど、二人で家を買って一
Oh
緒に
wow. Really following Rudy's lead, huh?
不安にさせてしまったんだろう。口だけじゃないかって。
クリフ、私は黙っていこうとしたひどい女ですのよ。
結婚式はミリス式になるけど、いいか。リーゼはミリス教徒じゃないけど。
クリフ、愛していますわ。この世で誰よりも。
Bro, you're fucking grandkids right there. A little insensitive.
すぐ帰ってくる。ノル、アイシャ、留守を頼む。
兄さん、何も心配しないでください。頑張りますから。お兄ちゃんも子分を。
There's a lot riding on this one.
シルフィー、大丈夫。ルーデウスは私が守りますわ。
We're family after
きちん
all.
と出産までに戻りますわよ。
How many people get the opportunity to go on a mission with their grandma, honestly?
すべてうまくいきますわ。
Like, none at all.
行ってきます。
いってらっしゃい。
It's still worrying. So I'm assuming, yeah, we're just gonna skip the week Nice. Well, how are we gonna do this, huh?
この石碑ですわね。七星の情報と一致します。間違いないでしょう。結界を解除します。その竜はただ信念にのみ生きる。高層たるカイナからは何者をも逃れることはできない。2番目に死んだ竜、最も儚き瞳を持つ緑銀鱗の竜将、清流帝シラードの名を借り、その結界を今打ち破らん。こんな魔術は見たことがありませんわね。
It's truly an anomaly even by this world standards. Nice.
まさに遺跡という感じですね。たまに迷宮がこんな感じですわ。念のために罠は注意してくださいまし。了解です。怪しいですわね。行きましょう。これが転移魔法陣ですの？おそらくそうでしょう。確認してみます。何ですのそれ？転移の迷宮探索記という転移魔法陣について詳しく書かれた本です。細部は違いますが、双方向に転移できる魔法陣に間違いないでしょう。
シルフィーとフィットワリを転移事件について調べていた時に見つけた本だが、まさかこんなところで役に立つとはな。
お互いに触れながら上に乗るだけでいいそうですよ。どうしました？いえ、私
Obviously, yeah, a lot of people.
嫌な思い出くらい俺だってありますよ。
It's pretty nerve-wracking.
そうでしたわね。
Let's hope we don't end up in the sky this
行
time.
きますか。
Or the ocean.
飛びましたわね。
Nice.
そのようですね。一応戻れるか確かめておきますか。私が行きますわ。万が一あなたがいなくなった時、パウロに報告するのはごめんですわ。
Wow.
わかりました。お願いします。
I was thinking, like, it doesn't have a limit of how many uses, does it? Because that would suck.
遅いな。
Okay.
きちんと戻ってこれましたわね。少し遅かったですね。そうですの？すぐ戻ってきたつもりですけど。
Interesting. So some time stuff too. Yeah.
何にせよ、戻ってこれるなら問題はないでしょう。
We're not going to bring up that interesting, like, cloak you found? It might be useful. Oh, God.
どうやらちゃんとベガリット大陸に着いたみたいですね。
砂に埋まってはいるが、ここも遺跡なんだろうな。
It's more desolate than the demon
内側
continent.
からは見渡せるが、外からは干渉できなくなる魔術なんだろうか。
どうします？少しでも移動しておきますか。日も暮れかけてますし、大した距離は稼げませんわ。少し早いけど、今日はこの遺跡で休んでおきましょう。
Doesn't help that you guys are dressed quite warmly as well. How lucky you are to be a water mage. Oh my god, no land for miles. Oh god. Hurrah, hurrah. Yep, now that you're cured, temptation is far worse. Just remember, that's your wife's grandma.
いかんいかん。まだ大丈夫かと思っていたが、少し溜まっていたようだ。頭がもやもやする。
Still trying to make up for years of pent up frustration. What is this, like a siren? Siren-esque beast? Taking the bait of lustful men to eat? Something like that? Yeah. Knew that was coming. A succubus, there you go. A succubus. Just horny. Oh man. This girl was engaged now, by the way. It's so weird to see her disgusted by that. If it was any other timeline at all, these two would be going at it non-stop. But fate led to different events, so you know, 'tis what it is. You were doomed at birth, man. So OP. I will say, this does feel quite nice to get back to a sense of like season 1 where we're just going on a travelling journey for a while. We even got oases. Nice. Like obviously since Eris left we haven't had that sense of travel for a long time, so it is nice to get a sense of familiarity from this episode again, which is cool. Masturbate? Or that.
わかりました。
魔道具の効果で呪いの影響は弱まってはいるが、結局は未完成ということか。
You never said it was 100%.
お互いのためにもゼニスを救出して早く帰ろ
う。ルーです。何か見えてきましたわ。
行ってみましょう。
Well, that's a dead end.
迂回かしら。
いえ、登りましょう。乗ってください。
The amount of time you save is insane.
魔力量が多いと頼もしいですわね。
任せてください。最短距離で行けるなら出し惜しみしませんよ。
伏せて。
Oh my god, a griffin. That's pretty sweet. A flying creature could be quite useful if we can tame them. Like, try to think purely conveniently right now. You probably can take this thing on, but if you can, like, tame it, well, there you go. Journey just got a whole lot easier. Or not, I guess. Just a suggestion. Nice. Damn. Well, I guess we could eat tonight.
どうぞ。焼けましたよ。
あなたの味付け結構好みですわよ。
Straight from Earth. That looks raw. I'm sorry. It's probably not, but that looks raw.
エリナリーゼさん、お行儀が悪いですよ。
あら、ゼニスみたいなことを言いますのね。
母さんはそんなことを？
女の子なんだから、もっといろいろ気をつけてください。
That's such a Zenith thing to
そういえ
say.
ば初めて出会った頃のゼニスはちょうどあなたくらいの年頃でしたわね。
16歳ぐらいですか？
ええ、右も左もわからない
You're
小娘
16?
で
I thought you were at
パ
least
ウエルにナン
17 by
パされて
now.
連れてこられましたのよ。
Oh my god, a kid at 16. Well, like 46 for you, but you get the point.
エリナリーゼさんに何か謝りたいみたいな感じでしたけど。
And I know
何が
they're
あった？
adults
聞い
in
て
this
も？
world by 15, but still.
聞かない方がいいですわ。あなたも父親の地上のもつれなんて知りたくもないでしょ。
Oh, we gotta compare stories.
聞きたくありません。
パウロのことだし、どんな愛憎劇があったのかなんとなく想像が
I've
つく
seen
な。
enough hentai.
でもラパンに着いたらきっと謝ってくれますよ。
何を言っても許しませんわ。
Interesting.
ようやくですわね。
What on earth was this thing? Very nice. Well then, like I said, that was a very nice episode. We got a real sense of familiarity from season 1 and the good old Dead End days, which I can't believe feel mildly nostalgic at this point, considering, you know, how long it's actually been since the Dead End days. But yeah, really good stuff. God, this highlighted just how long that journey would have been without Nanahoshi's help. Like, God, good lord. Oh man. But no, this was just a fun travel episode, which was cool. Obviously, it's nice to see Rudy just bounce off of a character that, in general, he hasn't really spent too much screen time with, which is nice. You know, while also having to remember, she is technically part of family, you know. Elena Lise? I know, I'm in season 2, she's been here since season 1, and I still don't know the name. I know it, I just don't know how to say it, you know. Like, Elena Lise, I guess, is the closest I can get. But, yeah, like I said, really cool to just see these two characters interact. You know, in another timeline, they would have been, like, just hooking up non-stop, you know, because I literally got a curse of constant sex drive, and Rudy is Rudy, you know. Oh, but she's literally about to be a great grandmother, so, that's definitely sussing right there, especially for Rudy's attempts on her. Like, bro, no. But no, we've actually, for once, tried to actually stop the, we've tried to stop the whole time skip shenanigans, given the fact that, you know, a kid's on the way, you know, obviously a 2-year journey's just not going to boat well, and thanks to Nanahoshi, we're in a situation where we might actually be on the clock a bit, we might actually get back for this kid to be born, and that's going to be pretty cool, you know, if we can actually... Now I'm curious, of course, just what that's going to mean for the, you know, for this set. Well, not this set, but the rest of the episodes, you know, how well is this going to go? How easy is this Labyrinth journey going to be? Obviously, there's a lot of reunions to have in this, you know, you got Roxy, and you got Paul, you know, you got Lilia and whatnot, and of course, the ultimate goal of finding Zenith. Just how easy is this going to go, you know? And obviously there's all the stuff to actually catch up on, like the kids, the marriage, you know, the fact that they're going to be grandparents, like, they've missed a lot. They missed a lot of life, you know, and unfortunately for Zenith, missed even more than what Paul has, so I'm curious to see where we're going to go with that regard. But, yeah, this was really nice to see. Surprised for a moment there that Rudy actually considered just up and leaving, you know, the exact thing that, like, Eris did. Now, she did leave a message, to be fair, but it was so poorly constructed that you know what happened to him. And obviously, you know, Sylvie would have much more faith in Rudy, literally knows the reason why he would go, so it wouldn't be quite the same thing, but it would be a dick thing nonetheless to do. And luckily, that didn't happen here, which is cool. But yeah, either way though, like I said, really fun episodes, you know, despite the fact that it's just 2 characters, I think that's really good, because again, Mushoku is one of those rare situations where I don't think there's a relevant character in the show that I don't like, and, you know, usually shows always have at least one of those kind of characters, but in this one, it's just not there. I like pretty much everyone in the show. Obviously, I have my preferences for characters, but I like pretty much everyone, and, you know, I like who we're going to see as well anyway. So, yeah, I'm quite happy with this, and like I said, the more that we spend with Elena Lise, she grows as a character even more. I do like her quite a bit. She's a nice character. Not one of my favorites or anything, but just someone who, you know, can be an esque mentor to Rudy and just to anyone in general, given her age and experience, it's pretty good. You know, I'm curious if, like, near start of Season 2, or Season 3, sorry, or near the end of Season 1, if we'll actually dedicate even just a couple scenes or whatnot to that wedding, because, you know, like, girls engaged now to Cliff, and I'm curious if anything more would, if we actually spend any time on that, you know, it'd be pretty nice to see. Build more moments for the, you know, the secondary characters in the show, which would be cool. But yeah, that was Desert Journey. We have one more episode to go in this set, guys. Hopefully we actually reach our destination and, you know, regroup with some people in that one. But yeah, I'm going to do my cut here. And when I come back, of course, we'll do episode 20. Should be good stuff. Alright, guys, we are back. Oof, I've got a time limit on my camera now. But that's okay, 39 minutes, so I gotta make sure this counts. Anyway, let's do this episode. Have to clear out some storage after this, because I got some other stuff I want to record today as well. That shouldn't be too long. I guess, yeah, you're still an adventurer, trying to make use of that title again. Quagmire's in town, people. Or he is literally right there. Honestly, months too fast. I know, he's grown quite a bit. Boss. Not one bit. How nice. Well, it's been a long-awaited reunion, guys. Very, very long one. But it's about time. That's all I can say. As we get older, things move on. That family is getting bigger. Very nice stuff. And for once, like this, you know, all this stuff is a little in the past now. Now we're in more relevant places and ventures, you know? This is going to be one hell of a labyrinth if people like Paul are struggling. But I mean, you know, Elena Lise is one of his old adventure buddies, so she's got to be a powerhouse in her own right. And obviously Rudy is just the mage of mages. You know, probably next season we'll reach god level. Or king level, whichever one is the second highest. When isn't he?
エリナリーゼよ、おめえも言いたいことはあるだろうが、今回はちっとばかし抑えてくれ。
約束できかねますわね。
Damn.
先輩もだ。前みたいな喧嘩はやめてくれよ。
はい。
We'll see. No promises either. Lilia, let's go.
旦那様、ルーデウス様がおいでなさいました。
Honestly, you look better than last time.
夢じゃねえのか。
本物ですよ、父さん。お久しぶりです。
来てくれたのか。早いな。
少々特殊な移動方法で来ました。帰りに話すことになると思います。
ま、お前ならそういうこともあり得るのか。
So, does this spark any hope in you now? Good lord, you need some rest.
ルディ。父さんはな、ダメなやつだ。母さんは助けられないし。
Not alone.
自分で決めたことも守れねえ。親としてお前にも何一つしてやれねえ。ダメなやつだ。
来てよかった。パウロがこんな状態なら、それだけで俺が来た意味もある。
Honestly, yeah, you did make the right call in the end.
安心してください。俺が来たからにはもう大丈夫ですから。
ルディ、お前大きくなったな。
How much of your son's life you've unfortunately missed?
もうすぐ子供も生まれるんです。
Yep.
だからあとは俺に任せてゆっくり休んでくだ
That's
さい。
quite a big bombshell to drop. Yeah, you're gonna be a granddaddy. You've barely even spent time with your son and he's already having his own. Make up for it with that kid.
子供の頃、あんなに大きかったパウロが、今は小さく感じた。
Hello.
父さん、エリナ・リーゼさんは助けに来てくれたんです。父さんと顔を合わせたくないのを承知の上で。
エリナ・リーゼ。
何ですの？
Hey.
あの時は悪かった。
Bro admitting he was wrong.
私にも
Now that's some character growth right there. Damn. She's as stubborn as Eris when it comes to admitting she's wrong. I guess I have a little bit to do with it, you know? Barker.
ありがとう、エリナ・リーゼ。
どういたしまして、パウロ。
And we're good.
でも、お前よく我慢できたな。もしかしてルディとやっちまったんじゃねえだろうな。
No.
まさかクリフの魔道具で何とかしましたわ。
どれだ、クリフってのは。
私の旦那ですわ。
I know! Marriage? What the nutty?
そんな物好きがいるのかよ。
Oh my god.
どういう冗談だよ、
You
そりゃ。
just made up.
父さん言い過ぎです。クリフは俺の尊敬できる友人ですよ。
マジか。
Oh yeah.
悪かったな。今度紹介してくれよ。
ええ、あなたよりよっぽどいい男
Oh
ですわ。
boy.
何にせよ、ルーデス、エリナ・リーゼ。
That's gonna be
よく
an
来てくれた。
interaction for
家
sure.
族なら当然です。感謝はこれからですわ。
状況を説明する。ギースの情報によると、ゼニスはここより北に1日行ったところにある迷宮に囚われているらしい。
6年ずっとですか？
わからん。
Is she even the same person anymore? How much the mental state deteriorated from that experience?
数年前、その迷宮で消息を絶ったパーティーにゼニスらしき人物がいたって話を聞いたんだ。さらに最近になってゼニスを迷宮の中で見たって話もある。
その迷宮ってのが古くて厄介でな。この1年、迷宮探索のプロが4人も集まって半分も攻略できてね。
Good lord.
情けない話だ。
Hey, some more familiar faces.
もしやお前さんが
That's
パウロの息子か？
quite a beard you got there, man.
はじめまして、ルーデウスです。
タルハンドだ。話に聞いていた通り、利発そうな男だな。
全員揃ったところで話を続けるぞ。
Where is Roxy? I thought she was part of the group.
全員？
ちょっと
Yeah,
待って
where's
ください。
Roxy?
ロキシー師匠はどうしたんですか？
Aren't you forgetting a very important member?
嘘でしょ。
ロキシは1ヶ月前、迷宮で罠
Oh
にか
my
かって。
god.
死んだんですか？
We don't know.
聞きたくない。だって彼女は一人で迷宮を踏破できる実力者で、水曜級魔術師で、俺の恩人で。
Seriously, if you never got to repay her or see her again.
転移魔法陣を踏んで行方不明になっただけだ。まだ死んだと決まったわけじゃね。
It's still the fear of the unknown. Bro is literally going blank. Come on, man. It's Roxy. It's the master. It's the next wife. She can't die. Dude, I love how his mind is just gone. That was pretty good right there.
すみません。話の腰を折ってしまいましたね。その迷宮というのはどういうところなんですか?
So, 2 goals now, save 2 people.
難易度 S
Very
級。
important people.
ここらでは最悪の迷宮の一つ。転移の迷宮だ。
The teleport labyrinth. That is sick.
ちょっと待っててください。
You think Nanahoshi had some...
ここに
or just the book in
転移
general?
の迷宮の奥深くまで侵入した冒険者の手記があります。何かの役に立ちませんか?
Probably.
なんでこんなものを?
大学から借りてきました。
ギース、確認してくれ。
うん。じゃあ読ませてもらうぜ。
Spiders, ghosts, whatever that was.
さすが先輩だ。これに書いてあることが本当なら、第6階層までは攻略できたも同然だぜ。
本当か?
ああ、知りたかったことがほとんど書いてら。
How convenient!
よし、全員が読み終わったらフォーメーションから決めていくか。
おう。
It really was worth you coming here.
ルーデウス様と寝床を共にするのは初めてでしたね。
そうですね。
Control yourself.
旦那様のいびきがうるさかったら遠慮なく申し付けください。
Oh, I guess it pulls here. Never mind.
時にルーデウス様、
何でしょうか?
愛者はきちんとやっていますでしょうか?
はい、頑張ってますよ。
ルーデウス様のお手を煩わせるようなことは
Quite
ござ
the
いませ
opposite,
ん
in
か?
fact.
何も、家事も全部してくれてますし、助かっています。
Yep.
そうですか。わがままを言ってなければいいんですが。
もう少しぐらいわがままを言ってくれた方が俺としては楽だったかもしれませんね。
How far these two have come from being terrified and uncomfortable around Rudy to
なんかいい
this.
なって思ってな。
何がですか?
ルディがよ、きちんと大人に
I
な
know,
って
right?
リーリャと話してるって光景がさ。そういやルディ、子供が生まれるとか言ってたな。
Just one for now, but that's gonna grow.
実は魔法大学に在学中に結婚したんです。
結婚?
You've missed so much.
エリスとか?
いえ、シルフィーと魔法大学で再会できまして。
シルフィー？ブエナ村のか？生きていたのか？
ええ、彼女は彼女で大変そうでしたけどね。
I thought she was a guy for a year. We should just say that.
子供、孫か。
Yep.
すまなかったな。俺が不甲斐ないせいで父親になろうってやつをこんなところまで呼び出
It
して。
just means you have a lot to look forward to when we get out of
申し訳な
here.
く思っています。母さんが見つかってもいないのに自分だけ。
帰ったらみんなで盛大にお祝いしなきゃいけねえな。
The very biggest.
はい。何せ父さん、初孫ですよ。パウロおじいちゃんですよ。
First, keep that in
ま
mind.
だそんな年じゃねえ
First.
んだから。子供ができたってことはルディ、お前も男になったってことだよな。
Many, many times.
あまり下品なことをお聞きになるのはどうかと思いますが。
いいじゃねえかよ。俺はな、ルディとこういう話を一度ぐらいはしてみたいと思ってたんだよ。父さん、そっちのことに関してはちょっとばかし自信があるんだ。何でも聞けよ。
そうですね。じゃあいくつか聞きたいことがあるんですが。
Lilia, just leave the
リー
room.
リャもこう
Leave
は
the
言っ
room.
ちゃいるが、あっちの方となると激しくってな。
旦那様。
そういや、いつかの時だってリーリャの方から誘ってきたんだったな。
I'm sure. Rudy,
Rudy,
how dare you? There's that Rudy you remember from a long time ago. Good stuff. Nice build. I like his attire. Oh boy.
パウロよ、お前の息子は便利なものを持ってきよるの。
まあな、自慢の息子だからな。
魔法陣を踏むとどこかに飛ばされてしまうので避けて歩く。しかしたまに光らない魔法陣もあるので注意が必要でしたね。
そうだ。ギースの足跡をしっかりと踏んでいけよ。
Fair enough.
魔物だ。
First of many. Wow. He's been fighting these things for like a year. This is child's play.
このぐらいなら楽勝だな。ほんと余裕だな。
Fair.
うざい。俺にかっこいいところを見せたいとか思っているのだろう。戦うパパがかっこいいのは分かってるから、油断はしないでほしいものだ。
パウロ、さっきから前に出過ぎですわよ。私が前でしょ。
第一階層ならそう変わりゃしねえだろうが。
私はともかく、ルーデウスは迷宮自体が初なんですから、大人として見本を見せなさいな。
だからその緊張をほぐしてやろうと会話の機会を伺ってだな。
嘘をおっしゃい。今のあなたからはゼニスがパーティーに入った頃の浮つい。
So these two knew each other before Zenith came around, huh?
それを言われると弱いけどよ。なんだお前随分と口やかましくなったんだな。
当たり前ですわ。パウロは息子も同然なんですから、叱りもしますわ。
Fair. Fair. Fair.
実は知らないう
What an
ちに
interesting
親族になっ
dynamic.
ているんだ、パウロよ。
Yeah, it doesn't even know that little nitbit yet. That's going to be a good reaction when it comes.
敵が邪魔ですね。
行くぞ。
よいか、火は使うな。
なぜですか？
火を使うと部屋の中に毒が充満しよう。
Alright, just stick to the stone spears then.
毒とはおそらく一酸化炭素中毒のことだろう。
それから天井を攻撃するのもご法度じゃ。理由はわかるな。
洞窟が崩壊するかもしれないからですね。
そうじゃ。じゃからあまり水も使
Oh
わ
my god, can I just fucking fight?
氷を使え。
了解。
さすがロキシーの弟子じゃな。
Hell yeah.
使う魔術まで同じとはの。
I don't really feel like the show emphasizes him sticking to a main element too much. He uses a good blend of all of them. Like Warden might be his primary, but we see him use many different kinds all the time. But it seems like the stone spear thing is like his go-to offensive attack.
よし、ここで一旦休憩だ。どうしたルディ？お前も早く済ませろ。
はい。
I mean, he doesn't really need a breather. He hasn't done much.
パウロが静かだ。第一階層の時はこうした休憩ごとにどうだとかなんとか聞いてきたのだが、さすがに第二階層ともなると真剣さが違うな。ダディがクールだ。
先輩、もうすぐ第三階層だ。本の通りなら転移罠は同じ階層にしか飛ばされないらしい。運が良ければロキシーはまだその辺りにいるかもな。
That's a big goal right now. I wonder who's top priority to Rudy.
何日もかけて潜るかと思っていました。
基本はそうだが、今回はお前が持ってきた本があるからな。
手探りで進むのと地図を使って進むのでは違って当然か。ここからが本番だ。まずはロキシーを見つけるのだ。
先輩よ、勘でいいんだが、ロキシーはどの辺にいると思う？
勘って。
Time to pull a lot of RPG knowledge to ascertain this one.
どうした？
なんだ、ルディ。
You can feel by the water?
突然どうしたんですの？
Oh, that's bad. Oh my god, she's fighting all of that right now? Holy shit. It's about time we finally saw Mistress again, our goddess of Mushoku Tensei. Let's do it. She really is a king level mage. Good lord. Oh shit. Never ends. It never ends. Is she out of mana? Roxy, she's out of mana, isn't she? Well, this is it now. Rudy, you can step in now. She's pissing herself too. How did the story go? One day, the love of your life would find you in a labyrinth at death's door, and they would save you, like a knight in shining armor. Now, to be fair, it's a mage, but it's one of your own making, you know? Something like that was how the story went. How your fantasy of finding your lover went. I believe we've fulfilled those requirements. Yep. It took so long into the labyrinth, but it's finally here as a cliffhanger, because of course it is, to find Master once again. The second wife is about to be claimed like that. Good old Roxy. Beautiful. Literally at the brink of her very demise, when literally every drop of mana has been dispelled from her. A fresh Rudius Greyrat comes in to gather his not even princess, just his goddess in general, as we know, you know? You're about to get in a lot more panties in the future, man. Oh, man. But yes, this is beautiful. And I think this is literally just a start. Like, we still have, like, 4 episodes to go in this goddamn labyrinth, man. This family is growing massively. Yep. That is prophecy fulfilled right there. Alright guys, and we are back. I just decided to clear my space out there anyway, so it's not a big thing. But yeah, we are in the end game of the season now. We are in the long haul pretty much for this, and honestly, this is really hype. This they are doing a good job, I will say, in really building up the mystery of this dungeon, building the uneasiness to it, that this place has been, like, the central focus of one of our family characters for, since, like, the second half of the entire series at this point, that Zenith has been pretty much here for a very long time now. What I find most interesting about this, is that they said that Zenith willingly went into this dungeon. I was under the assumption that she's just been here since the mass teleportation, and this was her location of getting sent to, but apparently that is false. She specifically went here with a party for a specific reason. Now, the obvious conclusion to that is, of course, funds for travel. She is we don't know her rank, but she is presumably a very high-ranking mage, amongst adventurers and whatnot. She is Paul's husband, she is part of Paul's wife, she is part of his, his old team. Elena Lee seems to be a pretty powerful warrior herself and whatnot, and we know what Paul's capable of. So, she most likely did this for funds and whatnot and went in with a party, but somehow, she is still here. Not only did this party presumably fail at their quest, but they are still, at the very least, Zenith is still in this dungeon, somehow. And that really makes the question of, how has she been alive this long? How is she surviving in this place for so very, very long? To the point to where, it's still feasible to get her. The point that we still know she's even here. And that it's actually a legit, it's a rescue mission. It's not a retrieval mission. It's a rescue mission for this girl. How did that play out? But the other question is, of course, if not for that, if not for the money of it, what was this dungeon, mapped for, right? Because the purpose of adventuring, the purpose of all that kind of stuff is, a benefit is to explore the world, to map and catalogue everywhere, and of course to find all the riches that usually come inside of dungeon quests. It's very typical stuff. So, if not for that, what is in this dungeon that is making it so hard for everyone to stop? Because this is they said this was a rank S type dungeon, right? It's never been conquered before. Our party, Paul's party, has only ever made it, halfway. I don't think they said, I think they said they never made it halfway in this place. So, beyond just the usual stuff of, finding Zenith, maybe just get a reward for clearing it out, is there anything in this dungeon that it could be considered, valuable, ancient, Is there any kind of, godlike appendages or items, loot in this dungeon, I feel like that should be the kind of stuff that Rudy is thinking of in the background of, beyond getting his loved ones out of here. The fact this dungeon has not been conquered, what would the rewards be of conquering it, right? Because dungeons, I keep saying dungeon, labyrinth, same kind of thing. Is there anything in here that could be useful? Anything in here that could be useful to us in the future, right? Because they've built this thing up as, the most challenging obstacle known to man. One of the most challenging obstacles for people to go through, that in the 6 years, no one's ever conquered it. Or just beyond that, no one's ever conquered it. But also, for Rudy, in general, is this, his very first, big moment? This is the Labyrinth is turning point 3. So, for example, is this going to be a moment, or is it going to provide him a moment to where, or an item that he can really use going forward? Outside this labyrinth, the only other big obstacle he's ever faced in this world has been Orsted. Is this labyrinth somehow the answer to beating Orsted? Is there an item, a sword, a staff, a piece of clothing, some kind of item in here, legendary enough to take on Orsted, is that, labyrinths like this aren't this protected and this well versed unless there's something valuable to keep inside. And, could it be? Is this labyrinth somehow the teleporter labyrinth? Does this have the answers in it to get Nanahoshi home? Does this have the secrets to conquering and understanding and using teleportation circles in general? Could we come out of this with Nanahoshi's answer, or at least transcripts or something for her to decrypt to take her research a lot further? Could that be it? Because part of the wildness of this dungeon is just the chaotic nature of it, right? You can't feasibly navigate this place without, you know, without preparation time. Like, the book, literally, the book that we have now is essential to our survival because, you know, you get teleported anywhere and everywhere, and almost anywhere you get teleported to has an absolute swarm of creatures in it that you can't really account for. So, you know, could the secret to understanding and conquering teleportation magic really be here, right? Like, you'd think beyond just Zenith, beyond just, you know, all of this stuff, the reason we are here is purely circumstantial. It's to get someone out that we care about, but the mysteries of the dungeon itself are still lying heavy, and so you would think that would be big, right? That would be really big. So we've done a pretty good job, I think, uncovering the mystery of the dungeon, right? Down to the complete uncertainty of everything about it. Like, apparently, we aren't even 100% sure this is fucking Zenith that's in this dungeon, right? They said that, like, someone that looked like Zenith was here, and that we don't know how long she's been here. We don't know, like, where exactly in the dungeon she is. We don't know, you know, how to navigate it properly. We didn't even know where Roxy was. All the info we get is just, I don't know. So, how's that going to work out, right? Like, how is this going to go? I was very unnerving, I think, about this as well, is like, the man God's warning, again, because you've always got to take that bastard seriously, how he pretty much said that, like, it's within your own interest not to go here. It's within your own interest not to. You will regret going here. So I wonder if this is a big case of, like, the butterfly effect now, to where if anywhere he doesn't stay, something bad is going to happen. Like, you know, the advantage, say, of coming to this dungeon would be saving Roxy. If he didn't come here, Roxy would have died right there for certain. That is not even in question. But does that mean, by proxy, him not being at the university means that something bad is going to happen there? Maybe not to Sylphie directly, but maybe to someone else. Maybe to Ariel or to Xanaba, you know? Is someone going to meet a catastrophe that he isn't there to save, right? Is that the nuance of this? Like, you know, you go here, you regret it. You don't go, you regret it, you know. And it's a more literal sense of that. Like, or could Rudy being here, like, cause a problem? Like, could his involvement in this, somehow, some way, he does something that causes the death of someone else? Like, could Paul die because Rudy, you know, makes a strategic move that they otherwise wouldn't, and it causes the catalyst, like, accidentally hitting him, trapping him, you know, like, getting caught in an attack he wasn't meant to, you know? Could it apply to, Elena Lise, because she is the other family member in this place, you know? Could someone die here because of that, right? And saving Roxy is the reward, but by proxy, you know, you gotta lose something to gain something. Is that the kind of situation we're gaining here, right? Because unfortunately, right now, Roxy is baggage, and I don't want to sound mean when I say that, but she is baggage. She is confirmed to be out of mana. She has no way of contributing to the party right now other than just following them. So is saving Roxy, you know, is Roxy about to get killed, and is someone, you know, going to get in the way to save her, and then that person dies, you know? Like, could Rudy do that? Obviously Rudy's not going to die, but could Paul, you know, jump in the way to save her, and then he goes, and unfortunately then, like, all these moments, all these situations, you know, of being finding his wife, going back to his daughters, seeing his grandchild, is all of that going to go because Roxy was here and he had to take care of her? Again, could it be Elena Lise through that, right? She never gets to marry Cliff or something like that, is what I'm getting at, you know? Is saving Roxy the butterfly effect that's going to put something else tragic in motion? You know, and it all revolves around Rudy anyway. I'm wondering if that is the kind of situation we're going for right here. But either way, you know, this is still really cool. I'm really surprised that we did end up finding Roxy this soon. I guess it's because we want to spend a decent amount of time on the dungeon itself before we get to Zenith, because Zenith is like the end prize on a personal matter for the dungeon. But, like, again, she's on the lower... I keep saying dungeon, I'm sorry, the Labyrinth, but she is on, like, the lower levels of this place, right? She is on the lower levels of this, and again, places that the highest adventurers they got can't even navigate through, you know? So I imagine we want to spend a decent amount of time just exploring, understanding this labyrinth and why it's such a big threat. And that's why we kind of rushed to get Roxy right away, because we have so much other stuff to do here that it's going to be, you know, it's gonna be a challenge. It's gonna be a lot of effort that we actually find Zenith before we even conquer this place. So probably that's why. Other than that, it did feel a little fast-paced, you know, to like halfway through the episode, Roxy's missing, we now know we have 2 people to find, and then it's like, oh, well, Roxy's here now, you know? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But either way, you know, they did a good job building up the mystery of this place, right? Despite the fact, again, that we have found Roxy now, no new territory that we aren't familiar with has been covered yet. So Paul, you know, Geese, Elena Lise, Rudy, you know, like, we're all familiar with this territory right now. Our guides are familiar with it, and we're not in the unknown just yet. So I'm really curious to see what's going to happen there. Obviously, with Rudy being here, like, I gotta assume we'll make a lot more strife. Not only does he, you know, have an insane amount of mana, like, he literally froze an entire fucking army just then of bugs and whatnot, that Roxy couldn't beat. You know, he frees them effortlessly, right? Like, not only does he have that kind of power at him, but he has years upon years of experience, you know, playing RPGs, fighting dungeons, fighting all this stuff. He'll have a perspective that no one else does have in this place, and obviously Rudy will be the key to actually finding and making this mission successful. But by proxy to that, again, will he be the catalyst for someone's fate? That is what I'm kind of wondering here, because like I said, Man God didn't sugarcoat it. You know, you will regret coming here. You know, you found Roxy, but you're still gonna regret it. Like, so, you know, something's gonna happen. I don't know what, but I'm really curious about that. But, you know, for the last 4 episodes of Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Master is here. The goddess that we have been waiting to reunite with since the very show began is here now. And now that she is, hopefully, we will never, ever, ever lose her again, you know? And then after that, it's just Eris we've got to find. And the family is complete again, you know? So, just saying, next set, when Rudy and Roxy, you know, catch up and whatnot, and, you know, she falls in love with him, we'll see. We'll see how close the second marriage is going to be, you know? Just saying. So, guys, that's going to do it for this set of Mushoku Tensei. Next set are sets of 2, so we have 2 more videos to go on Mushoku Tensei. As far as I remember, there's no OVA or anything for this season. I guess one could come out before Season 3 or something, like Konosuba still got an OVA to come out at this point, despite the fact that Season 3 of that show has been done for a while now. So we'll see on that regard. But anyway, guys, this has been Mushoku Tensei. Another good set. Another peak ending now that our goddess is back. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time.